Picture this, it's the early 1980s, and the Spanish brand SEAT is standing on the edge of a cliff. They've just had a messy, painful breakup with Fiat. They were left with no money, no technology, and honestly, no future. It felt like the lights were about to go out on the Spanish auto industry forever. But instead of surrendering, they did something absolutely legendary. They gathered a group of rebels and put together an automotive dream team that would cost billions today. The result was the first-generation SEAT Ibiza. It wasn't just a machine. It was a declaration of independence. Now, look closely at those sharp, iconic lines. Does it look familiar? It should. The legendary Giugiaro, the man who gave us the DeLorean, and the Lotus Esprit actually, designed this car to be the Volkswagen Golf Mk2. But when VW rejected the design for being too radical, SEAT snatched it up. Imagine that for a second. I want to ask you in the comments, do you think Volkswagen made a massive mistake? Does this look better than the Golf we eventually got? But SEAT knew that a pretty face wouldn't save a company. They needed a heart of gold. So, they did the unthinkable. They knocked on the door of Porsche in Stuttgart. The German engineers developed the engines and gearboxes, and SEAT was so incredibly proud of this partnership that they branded every single engine block with the words, System Porsche. But here is the heartbreaking part of that pride. SEAT was so broke that they had to pay Porsche a royalty of 7 German marks for every single car they sold just to keep that name on the engine. Every Ibiza you saw on the street was a literal payment toward their survival. Step inside, and the story gets even more unique. Have you ever felt the soul of a car through its quirks? In the early Ibiza, there were no stalks on the steering column, no levers for your blinkers or wipers. Instead, they used these strange, tactile rocker switches right on the edge of the dashboard. It felt like you were piloting a fighter jet or a spaceship, not just a hatchback. It was weird, it was difficult, but it was theirs. How many of you think you could handle a week of driving with that setup today? And then, we have to talk about the ghost of the Ibiza, the greatest in Spanish history, the Ibiza Cabrio. The Ibiza Mk1 wasn't just a budget car. It was the machine that saved thousands of jobs and gave a country its pride back. From the roar of the sporty XC engines to the moment it became the official face of the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, this car is a survivor. It's a mix of Italian art, German engineering, and Spanish heart. So, I want to hear from you. Was the Mk1 Ibiza poor man's Porsche? Or was it a masterpiece that deserved more respect? Does anyone here have a memory of their first ride in one of these? Let's celebrate this icon in the comments. And if this story moved you, hit that like button and subscribe because every car has a soul, and we're here to find it.